In this video, I will show you how I use the Rackmaster RM2020 to make sourdough. In the previous video I made before this one, explains how I use this bowl mixer and do the bulk fermentation. So I have all dials set to 250. I've had this preheating for about 2.5 hours. It's on 250, so that's perfect. 260, 250 almost, so that's a bit warmer. That's okay, because we're going to drop the temperature on the oven a little bit when we load it up. I have my dough fermenting in this fridge at 2 degrees. They've been in here for about 24 hours, and you'll see, yeah, they've still got a nice shape to them. We've got the dome a little bit. So I like to put them on the board this way so I can score them a lot better. But obviously when I load it in the oven, I have to turn it, which I'll show you. So these are my olive ones. Now I'm going to put flour on some of them. So these ones. And I like to put a pattern. So okay, so I will, at a 45-degree angle, I will slice it across. So okay, so they're scored good. Now I will load up the oven. I will drop the temperature down to 220. Because the dough is cold, so this oven's gonna affect the temperature in there. If I was to do, say, a direct bake where I wasn't using the cold fridge, I would actually drop the temperature down to 200 or even turn the oven off for 20 minutes. But anyway, I'm going to bake this on 220 for 25 minutes. So they're in the oven now. It's only been in there a few minutes. And they will come back in about 10. I also like to put the bannetons on top of the oven. It dries them out, which is good because you don't really want them to be damp all the time. So I'll come back when this is starting to spring more. So about 10 minutes into the bake, they're starting to puff up a bit. I find they don't really jump until about 20 minutes in. It's almost at the end of its first part of the bake at 25 minutes with steam. We're going to release the steam and then we will bake for 20 minutes, 15 or 20 minutes at 240 again to get a color. And we increase the temperature that high again so that hopefully the next bake can go straight in after this one. Now I'm going to open up the oven, release the steam. We've got some really nice loaves going here. So I will open the damper and bake this for another 15 minutes. I'll put that back up to 240. I used to try and open this thing by hand, but I burnt myself once, so now I'm very careful. So in 15 minutes, this should be ready to come out the oven. So now we're at the end of the bake. I've turned them around a bit. And we will be removing these from the oven. Maybe a minute or so more. I don't usually open the door to look at the bake. I'll do it through the window, but I just wanted to get it recording because I'm letting the heat out. But it's got the hollow sound, which is good while it's hot. And yeah, these are ready to be pulled out. I pulled them out of the oven. I'm very happy with this bake. Even though I was baking on 220 and then cranked it up to 240, the oven will cool down a bit. I think it's because of when I'm putting cold dough in here. But yeah, it won't take long. In about 15 minutes, I will load it with another load that I have.